Break-even analysis is used to determine the number of units of a product to make or sell in order to have revenue equal cost. A person or business does not make a profit or incur a loss. They just break even. The number of units made or sold is called the break-even point. The profit at the break-even point is zero. They don't make money, they don't lose money. There's several parts to a break-even point. There's a fixed cost, a one-time cost that is incurred. These are usually startup costs, such as buying a machine or building. Variable cost is the cost that it takes to make one item. Total cost is your variable cost plus the fixed cost. Revenue is how much money is brought in by selling items. X represents how many items are made and sold. There are some assumptions being made in these simple problems. It costs the same to make each item. Each item, the cost to make it is the same. We're also assuming that each item is sold for the same amount. And last, if you make it, you sell it. Okay, example. A company starts up a business selling shirts. The startup cost is $15,000. It costs $8 to make each shirt. They will sell each shirt for $23. Let X equals the number of shirts made and sold. If it costs $8 per shirt, then the cost of making shirts is 8 times the number of shirts made. Okay, well, the number of shirts made is X, so 8X. If they sell the shirts for $23 each, then the money brought in is 23 times the number of shirts sold, so that's 23X. So here we're assuming that X is the number of made and the number sold, so we're assuming that that's the same. So the total cost is 8X, okay, 8 times the number that they make, plus that one time 15,000. Revenue is 23X, $23 times the number of shirts sold. So break even is when the cost equals the revenue. So you set 8X plus 15,000 equal to 23X. To solve for X, we subtract 8X on both sides. Divide both sides by 15. And we get 1,000 equals X. So we make 1,000 items. And this is when they break even. Okay, so that is called our break-even point. Example 2, let X equals the number of items sold. P of X equals X minus 10 is the price function, which means what they sell it for, what they sell each item for. C of X is the cost function, and it's given as 5X plus 100. Revenue is the number of items you sell times the price of each item. The number of items we sell is X, and the price was given to us as X minus 10. If you distribute the X, you get X squared minus 10X. The break-even point is revenue equals cost. So our revenue is X squared minus 10X is going to equal our cost that was given, 5X plus 100. Since this has X squared, it makes it a quadratic equation. So we get everything on one side and equal to 0. So subtract 5X and subtract 100 on both sides of the equal sign. Okay, our X squared is the only X squared. On that left side, we have minus 10X minus 5X is minus 15X. And minus 100 is the only number. And so that would equal 0 on the right side because 5X minus 5X and 100 minus 100 equals 0. So we factor, which means make that FOIL problem. It's an X squared So we want to find two numbers that multiply to negative 100 and add to negative 15. So that's minus 20 and 5. If you set both of those equal to 0, you get x equals 20 and x equals negative 5. But x cannot be negative because it's the number of items being made. So x equals 20 is our break-even point. And that is the end of this lesson.